Hello, good evening. Welcome to Red's Rant Report. Talk about a bunch of stuff tonight. First thing I want to talk about, Hillary Clinton. Yeah, she's back out there speaking her usual jargon. Trump all bad. Never should have lost. Never has accepted the election in 2016. Losing to Donald Trump, who's not a politician, a businessman, who runs our country like a business rather than thinking like a politician who thinks you can easily spin your way out without controlling the numbers, controlling regulations. Know when to impose and know when to loosen regulations. And he's loosened a lot, which is why we started thriving before the COVID-19. Yeah, Trump has done more in his 3 3/4 of a year as a president than Obama and Bush in 16 years. Now, I even go back to Clinton, part of it, because he started NAFTA. He signed a crime bill, which Trump has undone. He's kept us out of wars. He's grown our economy. He's lowered taxes. He's been a patriot for us, reminding us what USA used to be like. Not where we hear all this downer Debbie stuff from our politicians. He's trying to remind you what's at the heart of our country. It's us. And he cares about us. And he shows it. And he's made peace with 4 countries, with Israel. Not to mention Slovakia and, I can't remember the other country there. And since he's made 6 peace deals inside 3 months during a pandemic where most Americans are still able to work. There's probably it's 8% right now of unemployment. So, he's bringing our economy back even during a pandemic. But Nancy Pelosi ain't helping. Yeah, the Republicans keep trying to negotiate with her, and she keeps raising the bar on the COVID-19 relief bill. She doesn't want Trump to have a win, not before the election. She's putting politics ahead of her. Or ahead of us, I should say. Sorry about that. That's a sad fact. Why in the heck is she still a speaker at 80 years old? Who the hell is she speaking for? It ain't the American people. Yeah, Jake Tapper on CNN actually was calling her out. And when CNN's doing that, something's going on. Because they eat orange man bad all the time, 24/7. But even they recognize that if Americans don't get relief during a pandemic, many Americans will suffer. Not to be able to pay their rent, buy their babies' diapers, put food on the table if they're not getting assistance from food stamps and stuff. It takes money to live, and everything has gone up since the pandemic. If you notice, meat prices have gone up at least 25-30%. Everything has. That's where I think the stores are wrong. They actually, except for Walmart, I'm going to have to give them credit. They come in under the wire, but I hate going there. God, I hate going to Walmart. So while Americans are suffering, she's playing politics as usual. She don't care about you. She lives in a gated community. Wall Street owns Joe Biden. A majority of his donors are coming from that percentage. Donald Trump is getting more donations from the bottom side of our economy, not the top. But the Democrats have ways of funneling money anyways. They're using BLM and George Soros to funnel money into Joe's campaign. You can go on their own website and see it, which should be a terrorist organization, in my opinion. As I've said, Black lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter. We don't need an organization that goes around terrorizing people that don't believe the way they do, that don't like our president. That's just being a bully. And you know what? We're not going to take it. I know most Americans are done. We're sick of it. Don't come to the suburbs. I guarantee you that. Won't be pretty. I'm taking notes these days, so excuse me while I turn the page. We need to fire Christopher Wray. The FBI just came out and said they're not doing a damn thing about the Hunter Biden laptop, which they had all the way back to December, knowing the information that's on there, knowing the crimes that's been committed. If Trump gets reelected, I hope he fires them on day one. That's disgusting. You are election interfering, and you're allowing a criminal to keep doing what he does with no consequences. They won't talk about his son's laptop on major media. They won't talk about him, Joe Biden, or his brother, who built houses in Iraq with no damn experience. They won't talk about Obama spying. Leslie Stahl actually said, that wasn't true. There's no facts. My butt. There is, too, and we know it. They fact-check people on the right. They damn sure don't fact them on the left. Trump got so mad on 60 Minutes he had to get up and leave. Because he had enough. Because Leslie Stahl was just sitting there fact-checking him. Meanwhile, if they do a Biden interview, they don't fact-check him during it. They may at the end. See, the media, they're part of the problem. What they're trying to push is going to lead us into socialism. This is not just about media distorting the truth. They're propaganding. They're not being honest. They're not doing their jobs. They're not journalists. They're hacks. There's a small handful still out there trying to expose the truth. Honestly, though, a majority of people getting the truth are coming to like YouTube and other platforms because we're not getting it from our major news networks and papers. And that's sad. And I think it will change because they'll have no choice once Trump wins. Because I'll tell you something that's going to happen. Anyone that crossed him and was trying to push all this Russian hoax and everything else and not being responsible for taking action on Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton with the 33,000 emails, they're going to pay. And they deserve to because they're traitors to our country. Amy Coney Barrett will be confirmed, probably most likely tonight. Many scholars call her tailor-made for the job. And she is. Man, she took the hits from those people and kept her composure. And she would never reveal what she'd judge on, which is their sacred oath not to do. Not to expose anything they're going to do behind the bench. Because it distorts it the minute they even talk about it. And that's what the Dems wanted her to do. But she did not fall in line. They didn't have a lot to pick on with her, so it was nothing like the last Supreme Court justice that got picked. Thankfully. 60 Minutes did an interview with the president, and I mentioned that. And they did it with Biden. And there's just two versions of what you see, even with the media. Biden gets real tough questions. He's coming out of a ice cream shop. Hey, Joe, what flavors did you pick? Not, hey, Joe, how about what you did to your daughters? How about you did with your son? How about you did with Ukraine and China? Hey, Joe, why are you selling out America? No, they won't ask that. Never will. They're leftists. They're bought and paid for by China themselves. Just like the NBA. So, where are the journalists? They never fact check us. Or, I'm sorry about that. They never fact check the left the way they do with the right. And they distort the truth, and that's part of the problem. We need a fair press. The Bill of Rights was created for that, but now it's being taken advantage of, because now you can just say whatever you want and there's no consequences. Just like with Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, they can demonetize people on YouTube that had huge followings. It didn't matter until this election. Now suddenly, you have no voice. Oh, they did fact check Kamala Harris, though, when they interviewed her on 60 Minutes, calling her the most liberal senator in the Senate. Fact. Only Bernie Sanders is actually behind her. She's the worst. I was proud of him for that, but the rest of the interviews are garbage. So I'll end with this. Enthusiasm for Trump. He has the biggest crowds, the biggest rallies. Biden and Harris can't even draw 200 people at one event, which Biden is in his basement right now. Anyways, like they had this pitiful music concert last night for him, which, whatever, lip syncing, whatever you want to think. Cher, Bon Jovi, Pink. Who cares? I don't care what a celebrity thinks. I care about what you think. So, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'll make another one tomorrow. We got a lot to digest, people. There are clear differences in America. I think one of us want to see justice, for one thing. I want to see people going to jail. I am tired of delayed tactics by the FBI and the DOJ and William Barr. It's time to step it up. And if they're not going to do the job, fire them, put somebody in that will. That's the America I want. If I break the law, I'll go to jail. But people can bash 33,000 emails and phones and nothing ever happens. Biden could be caught in corruption, literally telling a country you're not getting $1 billion unless you fire the prosecutor. But nothing. But Trump had Russian hoax for 3.5 years with no proof. Come on, man. Yeah, Joe. Come on, man. Well, we got a week. Let's make it count, people. Vote in person for Donald J. Trump. God bless you. Thank you for watching Red Rants Report. I'm trying to be smoother. That's why I'm taking notes, but I'm not a person on the news. I'm just trying to present facts that I hear because I care about my country. God bless you. Have a great night.